Right guys, welcome back. So this is something I want to show you guys today, something I've been messing around with. This is a 100-watt portable CB setup. Well, actually, it's a ham radio on CB frequencies, but we won't go into that. So this is a fantastic little radio. Obviously, it covers all the ham bands, but for CB frequencies, you've got lower sideband, upper sideband, AM, FM. You can go anywhere. This, of course, has had the wideband mod done to it so that you can transmit on the 27 megahertz band. So if we take a look at the back, what I've got is just a right-angled PL259 to BNC adapter. And then on top of that, I've got my, basically a telescopic 27 megahertz antenna. I think there's a loading coil in here, but you can see it's a bit of a beast. For sort of a ground plane or counterpoise as it's called, I'm using one of these one-to-one tunable counterpoise system, and then I've just got the wire just strung out on the floor there. And with that, if you tune it right, okay, we're inside here, so the SWR is not going to be brilliant anyway, but you can tune this telescopic antenna obviously by sort of sliding it up and down to get the right SWR. But if you look, it's pretty reasonable SWR there, right on channel 19. So that's running about 5 watts on there. We're not really going to hear much on here because we're inside, but you know, when the skip comes in, you probably will. So to power it, I'm using just a LiPo battery, so a 5 amp hour. This is a 3-cell. I've got a 4-cell which I've made out of 21700 lithium ion cells. Now with 4 cells, it's a little bit too high voltage when you fully charge the battery. This is like a temporary thing, I've just covered it in insulating tape so it doesn't short out on anything. But yeah, you might have seen the bigger capacity Tesla battery that I made as a project for this setup. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, you know, you can take this up to about 30 watts. I think that's probably the maximum I'd want to put through that antenna. If you wanted to run 100 watts, you really got to use like a wire antenna, like a dipole on a pole or something. It's not a good idea to put 100 watts through, you know, an antenna like that. But yeah, this seems to handle 30, no problem at all. I mean, you know, the SWR is not going up. If the SWR kind of goes up when you transmit and it goes up with the power, then that's a good indication that the antenna's not man enough for that sort of power. Also, if you're surrounded by metal as well, the SWR might go up because it's reflecting off that metal. Something else I just noticed, which is quite interesting. Do you remember I was saying this little radio only demodulates AM? Well look, this radio's on FM. Testing 1 2 1 2. Testing 1 2 1 2. It's actually demodulating FM. So I'm wondering if it actually says AM, but it's kind of like, you know, one mode that receives all. Maybe it's just because I'm so close to it, I don't know. Might do some tests on that. So yeah, pretty interesting stuff. I like portable setups because it's just, you know, it's just a bit of a challenge to get it to work. You know, some of the CB stations, they're just focused on massive power and big antennas and everything else, which is cool. I mean, we can all do that if we want to do it, but it's nice to kind of, you know, open your squelch and listen out there on the band for weaker stations doing this sort of stuff. That's the good spirit kind of the hobby. Anyway, we did actually test this out. My good mate Lewis from Ringway Manchester channel, I don't know if he's going to be a good mate after today because he tells me he's put something in his latest video. But no, let him do what he wants to do. I'm actually looking forward to seeing what he's put in there, to be honest. But yeah, when he came down for a couple of days back in September, we had such a blast messing around with radios. And on the final bit, when he was actually driving home, we tested out this little setup on the roof of my car. Well, first of all, I was trying to do handheld to him mobile with the President Randy. You know, it just wasn't doing it. It's just not enough power. But yeah, what I did was put the this setup, the Yaesu, on the roof of my car, and we managed, I don't know how far it was, probably like a 10-mile contact. So anyway, here's what happened. Can you still hear me okay?
Rod, I'm losing you. I'm going down the hill now. I'm going down the hill, Rod. Very, very, very back of the box, Rod. I'm going down the hill.
Yeah, I still got you just about.
Yeah, you're not readable to me. I'm on the M25 now. On the M25.
Yeah, it's clear, Rod. Radio 5.
I just about heard the word Roger.
Yeah, I can read you, Rog. I can read you, but you probably can't hear me now.
I'm hearing the Roger beat, but I'm not hearing any voice, Rod.
I could try and get the other radio out.
Yeah, I can hear you Roger beat. I can tell you talking. It's too far in the back of the box to actually receive.
Yeah, I'm receiving you loud and clear. Go again.
Yeah, Roger, I'm just passing from Waltham Avenue on the M25, so 25 is the 26, Rod.
Yeah, Wolfram Abbey, got you. Yeah, it's absolutely fine. There's a bit of static on there, but yeah, Radio 4, I'd say.
Yeah, you're about Radio 4 as well, Rod.
Yeah, you dropped down a little bit just then, dropped down a little bit. Yeah, interesting that, isn't it? I'm on the top of the car roof with the telescopic, Rog. I didn't get a lot of that, to be honest. I didn't get too much of that, Rog. So you see the table's turned there because he's only running 4 watts. Ah, bless him. This is the sort of message that I get from Lewis on a daily basis. Anyway, guys, all joking aside, I hope you enjoyed this one. It's always fun messing around with mates and radio. That was about 8 or 9 miles, something like that. I have tried that radio setup on sideband as well, and it works really, really well. You know, if you can hear a station there, chances are you can probably work it. I mean, that's generally a kind of rule if you've got a setup that works. So yeah, if you've got a spare CB radio lying around, doesn't have to be anything as fancy as that. Just, you know, get out and have a little play around, especially if you can go somewhere really quiet in terms of, you know, radio interference, away from the town, away from the city. You know, you might be surprised what you can pick up. Anyway, guys, that's it from me. Happy Halloween. Catch you in the next one.